Well, good morning, guys. Today we're heading over to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Today is the last day of operation for Dino Land USA, specifically Dino-Rama. The dinosaur ride, previously known as Countdown to Extinction, is remaining open for at least the remainder of 2025. But the rest of Dino Land, which means Triceratops Spin, the Dino-Rama Carnival Games, and I believe the Boneyard, will be closing after today. Today is its final day of operation, so we're going out there to pay our respects. Dino Land is something I've never really connected with as much as some other parts of Disney World. Dinosaur, I love. But the rest of Dino Land, I've never really paid a ton of attention to. I mean, obviously there's the spinner there, but I've never really played the carnival games, and I've never been up in the Boneyard. And today we're just going to go and check that stuff out before it's too late. I did used to go on Primeval Whirl. That was the spinning wild mouse coaster that also used to be in the part of the Dino-Rama area. And that closed permanently 5 years ago. And so now today, the rest of Dino Land is going, except for Dinosaur, which I'm very happy about that. We have at least another year with that, because that's one of my favorite rides on all of Disney property. But okay, guys, I'm going to put the camera down while I drive over to Animal Kingdom, and I'll see you there. All right, guys, we made it to Animal Kingdom. Let's head in and let's get started. It looks pretty busy today, so we're just going to hang out here for the day and just do what we can. I'm not planning on spending the entire day in Dino Land. I just want to, be here on its final day. But I'm going to do some other stuff in Animal Kingdom, too, so I'm going to bring you along with that. Apparently it's still Christmas at Animal Kingdom. We are almost into mid-January, by the way. Ah, yes. And we're in. Welcome to Animal Kingdom. It's Divine. I never see her out anymore. I feel like it's an Animal Kingdom rarity now. I think she's been here since the park opened, which was in 1998. It was a long time ago. I was almost 30 years. Okay, guys, so yeah, like I said, today is the last operating day for Dino Land USA. We're going to be doing a few things over there. We're going to be spending a lot of time over there, but I will be doing some other things here at Animal Kingdom as well. I'll take you guys along with that. There's some other attractions I want to show you that are really cool. I feel like are not appreciated enough, so we'll go do those as well. And in a little bit, we'll be meeting up with some people, so look forward to that. But for now, I'm on my own, so let's go over to Dino Land and show you what's going on. That place always smells so good. I might have to check that out for lunch. Dino Land USA. I believe this will be here still, because it's not technically in the land. The land is in there. I mean, I guess we're in Dino Land, but the main part that's closing is in here. Donald's Dino Bash. This is the Boneyard, part of the Boneyard here. This is like a children's kind of play area up there. This is the Boneyard. So we'll be checking that out today. And that's Triceratops Spin. Last day of operation for this ride. And look at the line for it in there. And this is where Primeval Whirl used to be. This has been nothing for about 5 years now. And this is where they're going to be putting a new Encanto-inspired attraction right here. I'm not exactly sure what kind of attraction it's going to be, but all I know is that it's going to be Encanto. And this land is going to become a tropical Americas theme. We have Asia in this park, there's an African theme in this park, and now they're going to have tropical Americas. And this is Dinosaur the Ride. And Dinosaur is going to become an Indiana Jones themed ride. Out in Disneyland, California, there's a very similar ride to this, which is also themed to Indiana Jones in Adventureland at their Magic Kingdom, basically. This is supposed to be a different story than that. And a lot of people say that Indiana Jones out in Disneyland is the same exact track as Dinosaur here. And I just want to point out that that's not true. That's not a true rumor. I have ridden both. They're very similar, but there are slight differences in each of the rides. But again, Dinosaur here is not closing today. It still has about a year left at least. This is going to be open at least through 2025, so we don't have to worry as much about this one today. But I still am, because I love this. So we're going to ride this a bunch too still. As a matter of fact, why don't we just ride it right now? Let's do it. Let's ride it right now. 30-minute wait. Bill Nye the Science Guy gives you fun facts about dinosaurs in this queue.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. Field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong?
Now that iguanodon you mentioned, there's a stuffed iguanodon that you can win in those carnival games, and that's what I'm going to try to do today. Today's my last chance, but I really want to try to win one there.
Feet and legs inside.
All right, let's do this.
This is Seeker. Listen up. Grab the iguanodon and get out before the asteroid hits. Let's roll.
Warning. Meteor shower on the planet. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Locking autopilot on homing signal now. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you?
Good ride. Oh, that's a great ride. That ride is so good. If you've never ridden Dinosaur, you have 1 year. You gotta come do it. It's worth it. Come on, come to Animal Kingdom. It's worth it here. I know Indiana Jones will be the same track, but the dinosaur theming makes it so much fun. All right, let's go see what else we can do. There's not many people back here today. I'm not sure if this shop is going to be included in the closure today, but this is a really cool store. There's an entire train set up here that goes throughout the store. There's a volcano over there, all these cool kind of little effects. Although I don't hear or see the trains running today. That'll be unfortunate if this is its last day. Hey look, there's a Marionette Mickey. They're still selling 2024 shirts here. It's 2025 now, you gotta get with the times. These are not on clearance like I thought they might be. I want to show you something outside the store. I don't remember why, but on the outside of the store, you see these signs. If you look behind it, it's be sure to visit Epcot. And that's the old Epcot logo as well. I've definitely read about why that's there, but I don't remember why it's there. Here's the Dino-Rama sign. Chester and Hester are the bringers of this carnival here of the Dino-Rama. There's a whole story behind it. And when you look underneath you, you'll actually notice that you're standing in a parking lot. And that's because the Dino-Rama Carnival is supposed to be a roadside carnival, like a fair that would come and set up shop in a parking lot. I'm not 100% sure on the full story of this land, but I know there is a lot to unravel. I definitely got to do some research about it and just look it up because it's just very interesting. I love old theming and theming that I've never noticed before and stories I have never really picked up on. Like just the other day, I was told that Triceratops spin here is actually a top. That's the theme of it, like a top that you spin. You see up there, that's supposed to be the part where you spin. You grab on, you spin it, and it spins right around. It's supposed to be a top. Who knew? I didn't know. It doesn't look like there's many people playing the games today, so maybe we'll get a good chance to win one of those dinosaurs. However, I noticed a lot of their prizes are not up on the wall, so I'm wondering if they're running out, and maybe that's why. There is a line to get tickets to play the games, but I think they might be out of the dinosaur prizes. I don't see them anywhere. They don't look like they're advertising them anywhere. I might still play a couple of these games because I never have. I never played that one. I played this one last week. We actually won one for my brother. And then there's a whack-a-mole over there I might try. I'm going to wait till I meet up with some people before I attempt those. So I did just ask. They did run out of the dinosaur prizes yesterday, so I won't be getting one today. But I still might try some of those games. That for sure explains why there aren't many people playing them right now. This big dinosaur behind me is Sarantosaurus. He was the other prize you could win at those carnival games. The iguanodon from the dinosaur ride and the Sarantosaurus as the mascot of Dino-Rama. Her official name is actually Dino Sue, and not a lot of people know that. Dino Sue is her name. Well, all right, so Triceratops Spin has quite a line, and the carnival games, I will wait for other people before I attempt those, and plus they don't have the prizes anymore, so it's not high on my priority list. So let's go check out some other things around Animal Kingdom before we go back into Dino Land. You can see here on Dino Sue's side that she has Dino Rama printed across it, with Donald's Dental Dash stamped on the side of it as well. Now, it was 39 degrees when I left my house this morning. It's still only about 55 out maybe right now. It was 49 when I got here, but the sun is starting to get a little bit warm. And the attraction Cali River Rapids also goes down today for a refurbishment, or today's its last day before it goes down tomorrow for a refurbishment. I thought about riding it, but I know it was going to be kind of cold if I got soaking wet. But I'm going to walk by and just see if there's any line for it. If there's not, maybe we'll jump on it. And this here is the entrance to Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. It was formerly known as Finding Nemo the Musical. It's still a very similar show. It's just cut down a little bit to make it a little bit shorter, because the original show was about 40 minutes. This is now about 25. But they still sing all the songs, and I will tell you, I highly recommend it. It's wonderful. The songs are great. The performers are very talented. They use puppets to sing the songs, and they're very talented. This here is Expedition Everest roller coaster. That is a coaster I have not done because I've heard it's very intense. Truth be told, I am not a big roller coaster guy. I like Thunder Mountain and Space Mountain, and I've done Tron, but rides like Everest or Rock and Roller Coaster are ones I have not been able to get on yet. Kind of trying to work my way up to it, but there are still some I'm just like, I don't see myself enjoying this, so I've stayed away from them, but part of me still does want to conquer them someday. We're gonna go this little shortcut way to Cali River Rapids. Well, it looks like I might be a day late. I guess they closed yesterday, so won't be riding this one today, which honestly I'm kind of okay with because it is pretty chilly out here after I've been walking around for a while. But okay, so Cali River Rapids closed for a couple months. I want to show you something though that people don't always know here. Now I will say I've never gotten so drenched on Cali River Rapids that I've ruined any of my stuff like phones or wallet or whatever that was in my pocket. Usually I just put it in my bag just to be safe, but I've never had my stuff get saturated so bad that I had to like throw any of it away or that it was completely ruined. But make no mistake, you will get wet on the ride. It is a complete random chance that you will get soaked on that ride. There's no way you can avoid it. There's no way you can make it happen. It'll either happen or it won't. You have no control over it. And it is possible you can get soaking wet. So I just want to show you guys that over here, Disney has free to use lockers. A lot of people don't know that. I think a lot of people think that you have to pay for a locker at the front of the park. These are free to use. They work just like the pay to use lockers, but it's a one-time use. So you touch here on the screen, you make a code, your passcode for it, it'll assign you a locker number, you'll get like a little receipt, you don't have to pay anything. And then you go find the locker number, you can type in your number and put your stuff in. And then when you get off the ride, you come back, open it, and then it'll end your use. So if you are worried about getting some stuff ruined, these are here right outside the exit to Cali River Rapids. Got a little time until my friends show up, so why don't we head into the Maharaja Jungle Trek and let's see if we can see some animals. If they don't have paper maps, you can scan this QR code. You'll get an online version of this map where you can see what animals are where and read about them. Now, I believe there's usually a bearded dragon over here, but I think it's a little bit too cold for him today. But we get to enjoy this nice waterfall. Animal Kingdom is full of these kinds of trails where you can walk through and see some animals. They're also kind of out of the way. There's not as many people in here. And then there are some that are really out of the way, like they're not even labeled. Animal Kingdom was designed so that you would get lost. That was the original idea behind it, is that you would get lost in the park and have to find your way around and discover new things and explore new things. But it became a little bit too much of a problem, so they did put some signs in places. But there are still trails that are very out of the way or that are not labeled at all. Looks like in here they've got some bats. Let's check it out. Not seeing them out here. Well, we've got a black tree monitor here. He's up and about. Look at those wrinkles in his neck. Looks like he can just stretch out. That's a big boy. That's a skink. Look at him moving back there. Maybe over here we can get a better view. There's his hand. Look at his hand. There he goes. at those hands. This guy's from the Solomon Islands. He climbed into this little log here. A little hard to see because it's so bright. His light is pretty bright, but he is in there. Didn't see any bats out today, but bats are nocturnal, so that makes sense. Let's see what's up here. Oh, guys, we're looking for a big boy up here. We're looking for a tiger out here somewhere. There's a Bengal tiger. I have seen him out here before, but it doesn't look like he's out today. I think it's just too cold for a lot of these animals. Yeah, tiger's not out today, so we'll have to come back and see if he's here some other time. Wow. What's in here? The tiger is actually back there. He's behind this bush right here taking a nap. It's very hard to see. You can just barely see a stripe sticking up out there. He's sleeping now, so we'll leave him be. Hello.
Nobody's in the habitat behind
Oh,
here.
oh.
Other tiger yard.
Ah, okay.
Come see at the mall.
Looks like there's some lettuce there floating in the water. This is the aviary part of this trail. There's a lot of birds in here. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this guy just walking along here. He's just having a good time. Hello there.
Pretty dirt.
Very pretty. He was just drinking from that stream there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there he goes again. He's just... All right. My goodness, whatever those are very loud. That is the end of that Maharaja jungle trek. There's still a lot of cool animals we didn't see in there, so check that out when you're at Animal Kingdom. And let's see what we got hollering over here. Wow. It's like they know they have an audience.
Really good.
So those were forest gibbons up there, if anyone was wondering. All right, let's make our way out of the Asian area. Let's go over to Pandora. Let's go ride Navi River Journey. That's my Yak and Yeti. That's a sit-down restaurant. There's a lot of places I've never eaten at here in Animal Kingdom, but there are some places I would like to try here, like Flame Tree Barbecue, which we walked by earlier. And there's a quick service place in Pandora that I would like to check out the menu for. Guys, it's a bunny. Oh my God, there's 2 bunnies. 2 bunnies. There are 2 bunnies. I love bunnies. His friend is over there. Ah! He just ran right across my shoes. Back to Mr. Bunny. It's lunchtime for Mr. Bunny. I love bunnies. Those are one of my favorite animals. I think my number 1 favorite animal though is bear. Bears are just, they look so friendly. I know they're not, but I love bears. They look so huggable. I love bear cubs because they're so curious and it's so fun to watch them play. Here's one of those trails I was talking about. This is not marked at all, and you got this kind of beautiful view of a waterfall here. And we're right underneath the Tree of Life. That's really pretty. The Tree of Life is an amazing work of art. There are 325 animals carved into that tree. Look at that giant owl. That thing's huge. Oh, and we got a bat under there. That makes up for not seeing the bats earlier in that bat habitat. And seeing the backside of it here is really cool. Getting so up and close to it. But yeah, this is one of those paths I was talking about. It's not marked at all, but it does connect Discovery Island to over near Africa and Pandora. It's actually the exit for, It's Tough to Be a Bug, and that's the only time I ever see people using it, but it does connect to the other side of the park. Another use for rare pass like this is that rare characters sometimes come out and meet. Like behind me, we got Pocahontas meeting out here. I was once walking another trail of these and found Jiminy Cricket. Nobody there. It was just Jiminy Cricket and me. It was great. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they bring out some characters and just put them somewhere hidden in the park for you to find. But I've seen that done at all the parks. Epcot being another one that does it a lot. Hollywood Studios really does it outside the park in the entrance area. And Magic Kingdom very rarely sometimes has a couple characters staged out under the gazebo near Liberty Square and Frontierland. It's kind of a hidden spot. Safari, another place I've never tried. Those pizzas are very small, but honestly they do look really good. Back near the front of the park now, we're going to take a right and go to Pandora for a Navi River journey. I'll see you over there. All right, we made it to Pandora. Let's go ride Navi River journey. It's nice and warm in here today. I always like to check the seat of the ride before I leave, just to make sure nothing fell out of my pocket. Probably one of the most relaxing rides on Walt Disney World property. That one's really nice. It's almost meditative in a way. Decided to come back over to the Yak and Yeti here over by Cali River Rapids for lunch. There we go. We got teriyaki chicken salad here. This looks pretty good. Teriyaki chicken with some salad. I see a cucumber in there. That's pretty good. All right, well, that was pretty good. All right, guys, we made it back to Dino Land. We met up with that guy, Ryan. We're actually brothers here. So he's been doing this a little while. He has a lot more Disney content on his page than I'll have, but I'll have some Disney stuff too. Earlier, I was talking about the story of Dino Land. If you guys want a more thorough description of what the story of Dino Land is all about, the Dino-Rama, you can go watch his vlog. He's filming one too today. That guy, Ryan, on YouTube is that guy, Ryan97 on all his other socials. So, his girlfriend, Kat, is also here, by the way. That's who was bopping in and out. That guy Ryan was able to win one of these the other day, and this is the Ceratosaurus I was showing you earlier, the dino suit that hangs over the Dino Land, and this is one of the prizes he got. It says Dino-Rama, just like the real thing, and it has Animal Kingdom on its foot. Who can it be now? Guys, look, it's Dino Chip and Dale. Hello.
Nice job.
And there's Chip.
Do you want to hold?
Ooh. Another look at everything that's closing tomorrow. See what I mean about how it's a top earlier? Look at it spinning now. You can see it's kind of a top here. So apparently Dino-Rama is actually a gas station. In this queue for Donald, you can see these gas pumps. And now it's time for Dino Donald. Yes, it is still Christmas in Dino Land USA as well. Donald!
Oh God, did you see this?
Oh, the irony of this sign today. It's very true today. All right, let's go ride Triceratops Spin. 30-minute wait. Oh my goodness. Ryan's got the Dino Land pants on. Those are the original Dino-Rama costume pants. Yes. It was a little over a 30-minute wait. Not that bad.
Cinturón de seguridad ajustado. Cuide a los pequeñitos. Gracias.
That's great. It's so cute though. Oh, whoa. Oh my God, we're tilting. Whoa. Here we are. First ride on Triceratops Spin today. Two guys in their mid-20s riding a little spinny Triceratops Spin. Nothing wrong with that.
That needs to be on your Tinder bio.
Coming in for a landing. First ride down. Let's do it again. It's a 40-minute wait now. Ride number 2. We ran into the Maddie vlog here, by the way. He's joining us for a couple rides. Ride number 3. Oh, we're tilting. Oh, we're tilting.
I don't even ever look at the world like where it is.
Yeah, I know. It's sad. Primeval Whirl. That's where Primeval Whirl used to be. Time for number 4. And we're on. They're back there with Ryan's friend Aaron. We're filming them back there. I don't control the height, so Maddie's in front of me here. It's the Maddie vlog. Ride number 4. I control the tilting here. Oh, we're going back. And now, oh, we're going forward. Oh, we're tilting forward. Oh, it's getting cold out here. The air appears very brisk now. We're gonna take a short break from Triceratops Spin and go check out the boneyard. Look at all those stuffed animals this guy's got on the hood of this truck up here. That's great. At any store in Disney World, you can get these buttons for free. They say like I'm celebrating on them, or it's a birthday button, or first time, or whatever. I got this one, and we're gonna write, we're celebrating Dino Land's last day on it.
We're writing Dino Land's last day.
Good enough. And there we go. I don't usually like to put these on my shirt though, because they can kind of poke you and they kind of get annoying. So I usually put it on the strap of my bag. No. Do you want to be in my video? Yay!
The extinction of Dino Land, you made it.
Yeah, shout out to the Dino Land cast. All right, we're in the boneyard. I've only been in here once before, and it was last week. This is a kids' play area here, so you can understand why I've never been in it before. But they have some slides and stuff to do. This ground is very bouncy. But yeah, this area is also going away today. It's kind of like a Tom Sawyer Island type thing, where at Magic Kingdom they have Tom Sawyer Island where you have like these caves you can explore. This is kind of similar, whereas this you got these things to explore for kids to crawl through. Yeah, rep to the boneyard as well. We don't actually know what's gonna be here after the renovation, so we'll have to come back and see what it looks like when it's all done. Time is running out though on Triceratops Spin, so we're gonna go back over and try to do it a couple more times before the end of the day. Made it here just in time. They're closing off the line. All the last guests are gonna get in the line and they're gonna close it off. This will be ride number 5 for us, I believe. Actually, we did 5 of them today. Pretty good. And that there is legendary Scott Kumika from Every Ride Challenge. We run the challenge with him every time. He was here yesterday. He did 74 rides on this ride. Absolutely legendary. Follow him on Twitter at Scott Kumka. This is it. This is it. The last ride on Triceratops Spin. Let's do it. It's been a good run. Now, as I said before, I didn't grow up with this ride at all, but still, it's always hard to let go of a piece of Disney history when that has a lot of history behind it. And this is again ride number 5 today. Ride number 5. It is our last time on the spinner. Woo! Yeah! There's a full moon out there.
Just a bunch of people in their 20s.
Nothing wrong with that. Whoa! We're about to go down. Last spin. It's our last spin. Everybody up. Everybody up, hey! Coming in for a landing. Oh, smooth landing. Goodbye, Triceratops Spin. All right, guys, that was it. That was the last ride on Triceratops Spin. They have closed off the queue. We can't get any more. That is the end. That is the end. And with that being said, it's time for us to head out as well. All the carnival games have been shut down. They're all done. It's after 6. It's after park closing. The park is closed. That's why it's time for us to go as well. Last time walking through here. But at least we have Dinosaur, aka Countdown to Extinction, till next year. We're waiting around to cheer on the last riders, and our friend Scott Kumka, who I mentioned earlier, is going to be one of them. He's going to be on the very last ride of Triceratops Spin ever. They also restored, for this ride and the next ride only, the original Dino Land music loop that's not Christmas themed. All day it's been Christmas. They just put the regular music loop back on just for this and the next ride. The very last two rides get the original music loop. All right, here they come, the last riders ever. Here comes Scott Kumka. Oh, yeah. Legendary. They don't even have a complete ride. It's an incomplete capacity. Here comes the very last ride of Triceratops Spin ever. After this ride, we'll never see the air again.
Whilst you're spinning, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, and be sure to watch your children.
It's such a good community. I know it's a very nerdy community, but we love it. We just love being here for all the history of the Disney parks. We are big fans of the history of Disney, and we like being here for moments like this. Yay! Last ever of Triceratops Spin. There it is, the last ride ever. The last ride of that spinning top. Here they come for a landing, the final landing.
Make sure you have all your belongings and walk to the exit gate.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for spinning with us for the last Dino-Rama Triceratops Spin ever. Have a wonderful night. To all of us staying, thank you so much for joining us. You guys are awesome. From all of us at Dino-Rama, thank you so much for several years of spinning. You guys are amazing.
That is officially the end. And there it is, the Donald's Dino Bash Dino Land sign. Still Christmas-fied, but yeah, last time leaving Dino Land USA. Time for kind of a somber walk out of the park as we head back to the car. Thank you for visiting Dino Land USA. This will probably still be here. There's the Tree of Life. They're doing a little show over there. I will say it's very cold out now. It's cold. It is. It says 56 out here. I could probably pass for about 45. Back to the car.
Legs inside while the tram is moving.
Thank you for paying us a visit. The park will that you receive control. They cross the first up between those balls, back up.
There's that guy Ryan and Kat. They're walking back to the car. And Ryan's got those green pants, so I can spot him for a mile away. Whew.
Awesome. Have a great day.
Thank you. It's a beautiful day. Welcome to Magic Kingdom, everybody. I've got a kind of a fun, adventurous day planned out here. So I just got to Magic Kingdom. I parked today over at Epcot and then monorailed over from Epcot over to the Transportation Ticket Center and then monorailed from there to Magic Kingdom because I'm planning to go back to Epcot a little later today. But so I figured I'd park there and make park hopping a little bit easier when I go back. So I don't have to walk back to my car twice today. So today I'm just kind of chilling out here. I'm just planning on spending a few hours here maybe. We're just kind of taking it easy today. I'm gonna do a few rides, just kind of explore, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna walk back to the Grand Floridian at some point to get lunch. There's a little quick service place inside Grand Floridian that make really nice sandwiches. They're very fresh and they taste great, and they're the same prices as any other quick service meal that you get inside the parks. And for me, I tend to go for more healthier options. And inside the parks, depending on the park, a lot of the options are usually fried food or fast food of some sort that isn't the best feeling when you're inside a park walking all day and you just kind of want something good in you. So this little quick service at Grand Floridian offers like sandwiches and salads, and it's always really fresh. They got like fresh meat, fresh bread, homemade chips and stuff like that. It's really good. It's called a Gasparilla Grill, I think. And I've decided to do that because then I'm going to walk back to the Polynesian Hotel because I want to check out the new building that they have there. I forget what it's called. But they just built a new tower over by Polynesian as part of the Polynesian. So like a DVC type thing. But it just recently opened and I haven't got the chance to check it out yet. And then after that, we're gonna go back to Epcot and explore a little bit of the Festival of the Arts. See what they've got on the menus at the festival booths. Hey, check it out. The Main Street Beagles are running right now. It's about 1 o'clock, 1:15. If you remember my my challenge video where I tried to ride as many rides as I could in one day at all 4 parks, it's one of the hardest rides to get. So it's always good to see them out. Helps us gain a little knowledge for future attempts to know what time they'll be out. But so yeah, that's my game plan for today. We're heading into Tomorrowland right now. And right off the bat, I noticed that Astro Orbiter is just missing right now. Someone turned it invisible. They're doing refurbishment on it right now. So apparently that meant they had to take the entire ride away. I've never seen them do that before, but it's just missing. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, aside from that, I think I'm gonna hop on People Mover and figure out what kind of rides I want to ride while I'm here. So let's get on there. Let's go check out People Mover. It didn't seem that crowded at Magic Kingdom because the parking lot was pretty empty, but the lines today are kind of saying otherwise. Again, if you remember my challenge, this was a walk-on a couple weeks ago. I know it was cold out, but I'm just surprised to see so many people here on a random Tuesday. Time to relax a little bit. I know I just got here, but like, I did come from Epcot, so that was a little bit of work to get over here.
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around.
This is one of my favorite rides here. It's just so relaxing. It's easy to get on, never has a long wait. And there's no lightning lane for this line, so the stand by line always moves at a consistent pace.
There's really nothing like today in tomorrow.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Thank you.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future.
First tunnel.
Walt Disney's amazing dream for a community of tomorrow. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover.
So I also brought my Hidden Mickey book along with me today. This has always been one of my favorite things about Disney World. I've bought every edition of this book that's come out. This is the latest one. It just came out last week. There are several Hidden Mickeys throughout all of Walt Disney World property, and they're just very fun to find and to go seeking for, especially the resorts. It's fun to go walk around the resort hotels and look for them because there's so many at all those resorts. It gives you a reason to explore those resorts even if you're not staying at them. It's nice to have something to do outside the park sometimes. I've had fun doing these since I was about 7 years old, and I've actually found quite a few of them myself and discovered new ones and submitted them to the author, and he put them in the book. Starting with the 6th edition, my name has been in the acknowledgement section of every book that's been released. And I counted the other day, 36 of these I'm now responsible for, which is kind of cool. There's 1,200, so it's not that many, but it's cool to have my name in there.
Like progress itself, this theater never stops, inspiring new generations to dream of a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Another look at the invisible, missing Astro Orbiter. So that's another reason why I came out today. There's a lot of new ones in here that I've never seen before. I might have a chance to show a few of them, but some of them are inside some of the movies, like PhilharMagic, which I'm not really able to film that much. But we'll see what we can find. And that's the other reason I'm going over to that new tower over at Polynesian, because it's so new that it's not included in this book. So I'm going to go see if there's any Hidden Mickeys that haven't been discovered yet, so I can submit some more new ones, because it's a fun little hobby I've kind of adopted while being here. So yeah, if you're ever looking to do some Hidden Mickey hunting, I recommend this book. It's by Stephen M. Barrett. I have met him in person. I am somewhat friends with him, acquainted with him. He has several editions of this book. This is the latest one, 2025. It is the 11th edition. SMB Books is his business. You can buy them on Amazon, or he says they're available in bookstores. Usually I get them at Barnes & Noble, but this time I wasn't able to find it. They only had the 10th one, which is now slightly outdated, and I already have the 10th edition, so I wanted the 11th. So, but I was not able to find this new one at Barnes & Noble this time. So Amazon works, or you can find it at another local bookstore. Maybe your Barnes & Noble has it. But all right, so don't People Mover. I think I'm gonna cross over to Haunted Mansion next and just chill out from here on out. We're just gonna do a few more rides and probably get on over to Grand Floridian for some lunch, then go explore that tower before heading back to Epcot. Well, I made it over to Liberty Square. This is usually my go-to quick service restaurant inside Magic Kingdom because it's nice inside and they have really decent food. But the Grand Floridian fresh stuff is definitely better than it. It's just if you're wanting to make that walk all the way over there and then come back, it can take some time out of your day. So sometimes I'm not always interested to do that, but today is one of those days where I'm just like, you know what? That sandwich sounds really good today. But all right, Haunted Mansion, let's do it. This is one of my favorite jokes in the Haunted Mansion. You see all these tombstones with a lot of messages written on them. But way back there, there's just one tombstone that just simply says Gus. Just Gus. I love that.
Almost as though you sense this quieting metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching?
There's a new Hidden Mickey in the book that's actually one of mine on this ride right here. I know it's dark in here, but let me see if I can film it. It's gonna be on this table, this globe right here, this globe lamp. You see that rose with red ears? One of the most famous Hidden Mickeys in all of Disney World used to be on this table here where plates and bowls were arranged to form a Hidden Mickey head. It still exists in Disneyland, but it's been dismantled from the Disney World version for years now.
As long as we
Let me see if I can show you a better Hidden Mickey here at the end. Inside this tomb right here is the Grim Reaper. He has his right hand. That was a little blurry, but hopefully you're able to see that. Hello. Oh.
Now I will raise the safety bar.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Haunted Mansion. I think I'm gonna go check out PhilharMagic to look for a new Hidden Mickey on there before heading over to Pirates. And after Pirates, maybe we'll head on over to Grand Floridian there. By the way, the Hidden Mickey book is not filled with just hidden Mickeys. It's hidden characters of any kind. And this is probably a famous thing by now, but you can see Mr. Toad in the Pet Cemetery in the exit queue of Haunted Mansion there from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So there's all those little kind of Easter eggs around Disney World. I'm a huge fan of hidden details like that. Not just in Disney, but in anything. Pixar, you know, has all the Pizza Planet trucks and in every one of their movies. The number A113 is in every one of their movies. Even in songs, there's kind of references, like in Pink Floyd's Shine On You Crazy Diamond, like it spells out the word Sid, as in Sid Barrett, you know, things like that. I love like special details that reference something else that you have to look for to figure out. It's neat. I love it. All right, here's PhilharMagic. This is personally one of my favorite shows on property here. This and Carousel of Progress are two of my favorite shows. They're just both very creative in their own different ways. And it's been here for so long. I remember seeing both those shows as a kid, and I always appreciated them, even from a young age. Like, this one's not as educational, but Carousel of Progress is. And it's kind of like, it's just cool, like the idea of a revolving stage to symbolize a time period changing, like it's perfect. It's just a perfect show. And this one's musically really entertaining. I love it. The other thing is there's never a line for these kinds of shows because they are so efficient with their capacity. Now again, I won't be able to film much of this show because it's a 3D movie, but at least I get to express my admiration for it and be like, hey, come to the show. It's a good show, don't miss out. All right, I'll see you after the show.
Stopping in the middle, please, thank you.
You little feller!
That's a good show. I love that one. So the new Hidden Mickey I was looking for was on the moon during the Aladdin section of the show. And it was decent enough. It's a little distorted, so it's not clear if it's very purposeful or not. That's been a key for like dignifying Hidden Mickeys. If it's 3 circles that look like Mickey's head, and if it looks like it's on purpose, those are kind of the 2 rules that you look for when looking for Hidden Mickeys. So it's like, that one was pretty okay. It's a 3D movie, so it's hard to tell. But like, I can sort of see what the book was going for there. Like, I can definitely see 3 circles that kind of look like Mickey's head. I just don't know if there's enough there to show that it's purposefully there. Because his ears were kind of the same size as his head, which is usually a distorted one, which isn't always great. Because ideally, his ears should be smaller than his head. That's what makes a good hidden Mickey. But we'll see what other people think as they see it. All right, I'm going to go over to Pirates of the Caribbean now. There is another new hidden Mickey over there that I have not seen yet. And then after that, I'll probably head on over to Grand Floridian and we'll get some lunch. Ooh, I forgot there's a parade at 3 o'clock. I'm glad I came over here because I need to get over to Adventureland. If I got caught in the parade, I wouldn't have been able to cross over. Festival of Fantasy. It's coming in like 5 minutes here. So I guess I got a detour this way to get over to Adventureland. In my Dino Land video where we rode Triceratops Spin for the last time, I talked about how there's sometimes hidden places where they'll throw out random characters kind of in these off the beaten path places in each of the parks. This is where Magic Kingdom will usually have them, this little gazebo here. For the longest time, Mary Poppins used to be here regularly, and then they kind of took that away. And now every now and again, I see a random character out here sometimes when it's not that busy. It's just behind the Christmas shop in Liberty Square where you'll find this gazebo. It's also kind of like a nice little rest area away from the main paths of the park. All right, made it back to Adventureland. Let's go do Pirates and find that hidden Mickey. Only 10-minute wait, that's not bad.
No, we were telling you.
Do not tell him, Carlos. No.
Fool if I did, by God. Search all you want, Captain Jack Sparrow. Small check out the shout out.
I got pretty considerably wet on that. One of those big cannonballs shot off right next to my boat. Got me right in the chest and legs. All right, so this hidden Mickey I'm looking for is in the gift shop. So let's see what's going on here. They've made a lot of renovations to the gift shop recently. Like this wall was not here before. So I know we're getting some sort of lounge, Pirates themed lounge in Magic Kingdom at some point soon. But that's beside the point. Let's pull out the book and see if I can find this thing. He has all the new ones underlined, so that's how you can tell them apart from new ones versus ones that have been here before. So it says a small display room outside the exit of the gift shop, so it might be even further outside. I've done a lot of those pirate scavenger hunts around Adventureland. Those are really fun, by the way. If you haven't done those, there's some really neat effects in those. Like, things happen that I would never expect to happen for such a small attraction, like small thing that not many people do. I mean, I don't want to say that because I do see a lot of people with the maps, but for something I never did for a long time, I was very surprised and very delighted with how good some of those effects are. It's talking about a room that has displays of like candles and urns and stuff. You know what? It might be over here where the bathrooms kind of let out. I'm thinking it might be this little room here, but Jack Sparrow's out here meeting right now, and I'm not sure if I can really get in there without interrupting his meet and greet here. All right, Jack Sparrow went to go find some more treasure here, so I got a chance to come in this room. So it says to turn around and find some bells. Oh, I think it's that right there. That's actually not a bad one. I like that one. That's pretty neat. That is very hidden in there. I've been in there several times. I've never thought to turn around and look up, of all things. But so you can see what I mean about that one, how the bells might be almost the same size. The ears were a little bit smaller, but you can tell that it's kind of on purpose. You have this row of straight bells, and all of a sudden you have three positioned in a way that makes a hidden Mickey. That kind of thing is a pretty telltale sign that it's on purpose. But yeah, that was a neat one. All right, so it's getting a little bit late into the afternoon now, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go have my late lunch over at Grand Floridian, so let's go take a walk. Caught the tail end of Festival of Fantasy on my way out here. So I gotta go out to the left to avoid having to cut in front of them because I'll have to wait for that if I do. All right, we made it out of Magic Kingdom. We're gonna go over here to these resort launch boats, and that's where you'll find the relatively new walkway to Grand Floridian from Magic Kingdom. I say relatively new because it's only been here about a couple of years. But it's pretty convenient because it's only about a 10-minute walk, and it's kind of nice to be able to walk over there on a nice day like this. Because if you want to take that resort monorail, the resort monorail goes all the way around. So the Grand Floridian will be your final stop if you choose to go that way. And I also just asked if the walkway from Grand Floridian to Polynesian is open, because since that building was being built, it was a lot of construction, but they did tell me it is possible to walk from the Grand Floridian to the Polynesian Village Resort. So that means it's now possible again to walk all the way from Magic Kingdom back to your car at the Magic Kingdom parking lot, because the Polynesian is connected to the TTC. So it is possible if you wanted to. It's a long walk, but it is possible to walk back from Magic Kingdom to your car if you did not want to take a mode of transportation. I couldn't ask for a better day to take a walk. It is just absolutely gorgeous out here today. It's a nice 82 degrees. Still a little warm in the sun, but the breeze is just so nice and dry today. It feels great to be outside and get some fresh air. And get some exercise to get my steps in, you know? It's also really nice because it's just a quiet area of Disney property, you know? Not many people are around here. Really nice out, you're right on the water here. You got some nice palm trees and palm bushes here. And you can just kind of barely hear the noises at the park from here, like the train whistle, the steamboat whistle, and you have the monorail go by every now and again. It's kind of nice and quiet. It's just like, it's a nice day to be here. It's a nice day to be outside and be in Orlando, Florida. You can see the Dolphin Hotel way out there, that triangle sticking up. See, look, there goes the resort monorail, heading over to Magic Kingdom. You got some nice shady spots out here as well. It's not always, you're not in the beating sun the entire time here. It's very nice. And look, it's lit up at night. They got lamps out here so that if you want to walk back at night after park day, you can. There's also a walkway back to Contemporary, which is the other direction from Magic Kingdom, and you can walk back there as well. But the Contemporary does not connect to the Transportation and Ticket Center by walking path. You would have to take the monorail back if you wanted to go that way. So this here is the Seven Seas Lagoon, which is the area that the hotels here kind of perimeter, and then beyond the Contemporary is Bay Lake. Those waterways are both connected. Like, you can boat over to the Wilderness Lodge, which is over in Bay Lake, if you wanted to from the Magic Kingdom. And then those two bodies of water run along under this bridge here and goes that way. You can see those floats there for the electrical water pageant, which happens nightly. It's kind of like the water version of the electrical parade, which used to be on Main Street at night here. And this waterway connects to the Rivers of America inside Magic Kingdom, which is where the riverboat runs. So all this body of water connects all the way into the park and onto the Rivers of America, which you ride along on the Liberty Square riverboat. So pretty neat that all this water is connected. We're getting there. We just got to cross that white bridge over there, and then we're pretty much there. You can see a family of turtles resting on top of the water right there. You can see their shells. You can see that one on the left, his head is poking up kind of. It looks like there's another little one right in front of him. Oh, he just dropped off the log and went to swim. And there are most definitely gators in that water. If you're in Florida and you see a body of water, there's a 99% chance there's a gator in there. But they don't really bother you unless you get too close. We see them all the time around where I live. You know, we got these retention ponds everywhere, and they love to kind of hang out in those. And usually you just see them resting on the banks of those ponds or swimming along the river. You just don't bother them. They don't really come after you unless you give them a reason to. But that doesn't mean go approach and view. Just let them be, just move along. Don't go near a gator. All right, Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. I'm excited for lunch. It's pretty late in the afternoon. And this pathway kind of leads you directly where I'm trying to go, which is right around this corner here. Looks like they're doing a little construction here. Follow the signs if there's detours. And this right here is where I'm trying to go. Jasperilla Island Grill, that's what we're looking for. They have plenty of seating inside because it's usually kind of a quieter spot. But if you want to sit outside, you got a beautiful view of Cinderella Castle right in front of you. All right, let's get in and get some food. This is kind of like cafeteria style. You kind of go up and order your food and then you pay on your way out. I'll show you what my go-to is right now. The menu changes every so often, but so right now my hankering is for a turkey sandwich that they got, which comes with house-made chips and it's about 12 bucks. This is what it looks like on the inside. You got these counters that you can order at. See, not many people in here right now. Over here you got burgers and kind of hot sandwiches, pulled pork, club sandwich. They got some food bowls over here too, like a Korean barbecue bowl or a chicken Korean barbecue bowl. And then over here they have what I want, the cold sandwiches, capri sandwich, turkey sandwich, some salads, and all that kind of good stuff. Here's what the sandwiches look like. Look how fresh that bread looks. You can see the flour still sitting on top. It was like just baked, you know? Fresh ingredients is what makes me feel really good after eating a meal. So I'd much prefer to get something like this than chicken tenders over at Magic Kingdom, you know what I mean? They also got a little bakery here, like some cinnamon rolls, donuts, coffee, like breakfast stuff. Plenty of tables. I mean, I know it is like about 3:30 right now, but still. Lots of space for you to just kind of chill out and take a break. And let's look at what we got here. House-made chips, like I said, very nice. Fresh bread. There's apple slices on here. Fresh turkey. They got arugula lettuce. And I believe under there you got pickled red onion. Now it usually comes with a house-made herb aioli and cheese. I'm not a huge fan of cheese, so I asked for without. It is cold cheese though, so you can probably just take it off if you got it fresh. Usually not a fan of aiolis either, so I prefer just to get it without that stuff on it. And clearly they do make it to order, so if it's something that you want, but there's an ingredient you don't want, they make it to order, so. And again, this was $13.30 compared to Columbia Harbor House, which I get chicken tenders there, and that's about $11.70. So for not even $2 more, I get something a lot fresher and a lot better for you. Man, and they do give you a healthy amount of chips. Look at this. He gave me like 2 full like tongfuls, like scooping it right in. He actually asked me if I wanted more, and I was like, dude, that's good. Like you're good. This is plenty. Here's a look at the sandwich vertically. It's huge. Here's my hand, and you can see everything that's on it. It's perfect. 12 bucks. Can't beat that, man. Man, that was good, but I am so full. I still got so many chips left in here, but I'm so full I don't think I can eat them. All right, let's get remotivated here. Let's go walk over to Polynesian. It's not as far of a walk. Now to walk to Polynesian, you just kind of keep following that path that I took to get in here, which was right back there. There's the girl we just left. We come out here and make a right and just kind of keep following this path and then look for the signs that'll direct you. They got maps and stuff out that'll direct you to Polynesian. Gonna go right around the summer house here towards this children's pool area. It's Alice in Wonderland theme. They got this bucket dump here themed to the Mad Hatter. Heading kind of towards the wedding pavilion, which is right there. Oh yes, there's the building I'm looking for, right behind the wedding pavilion. We're getting so close now. Just gotta go around the Frank's building, it looks like is what it's called. And then there's the entrance to the wedding pavilion. There's our building. Now I think this building is heavily Moana themed, so I'm expecting to see a lot of Moana stuff inside of it. Looks like this is called Island Tower. And we made it to the front door. Let's go inside. Welcome home. Here we go. Oh wow. Wow, right after you walk in straight ahead, you got a beautiful view of Contemporary over there and Bay Lake Tower. And Magic Kingdom's right over there. Wow. The ambiance in here feels very nice, I'll say that much. Like I said, Moana theme, so there's Tamatoa etched into this artwork here. And you got manta rays and stuff like that around here. A whale. Oh, and it goes up on multiple floors too. Now, if I'm looking for hidden Mickeys in here, things like that is where I would look in this artwork. That's usually where they like to hide them. Maybe here in this artwork here, this map of the islands. You can see Hawaii and some more Pacific islands. Now remember, this is all new territory here. As far as I know, there have been no hidden Mickeys found in this building. So if I find any, I submit them to the author and he adds them to the book if he approves of them. But I just want to say, if I find one in here and submit it and kind of are quote unquote responsible for it in the book, that doesn't mean I'm the first to discover it. It just means I'm the only one who submitted. Just because I'm the one who submitted, I know that doesn't mean I necessarily discovered it. You know, there are definitely other people that probably have found some of these before I did. But some of them, maybe not. You never know. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. Some sort of fish, it looks like. The surface of this table feels very nice. Some of these artworks up here in the lobby might be of interest as well. Maybe even the screen here. You can see Maui's hook in the sky there on the left center. These boats are moving, but very slightly. You can see the manta ray under the water there, kind of like symbolizing Moana's grandmother. Even those green things have impressions in them. I didn't notice that before. There's turtles and there's like birds in there. Now here's another artwork that might be of more interest, and that's because there's a lot of circles here. Circles are key to finding Mickey shapes. Well, this is a 3D art. If you come this side, you can see it standing up. That's pretty cool. See, you can find something like this and call it a hidden Mickey, but it's really not, because like, even if it is somewhat proportional, you know, there's so many circles here. You know, it's kind of more of a coincidence that aligns. You know, you don't know if that's on purpose or not. But something like this, though, could maybe be one, with this being the head and those are the two ears, just because they stand out more from the rest of the artwork here. But I still don't know if I'd be convinced enough to call that one, though. The thing I need about hidden Mickeys is I want them to be legit. You know, I don't want to submit something that is like sort of there. You know, I want to make sure it's like, oh, that's a good image, you know? See, someone might like take this, for example, be like, hey, look, that's a hidden Mickey. It's like, kinda, you know, like you got two ears and a big blob there, but it's not exactly a Mickey. But you could look a little closer and see those swirls there. That might be of more interest. Or over here, you can see those three sand dollar looking shapes in this order. They're not exactly a Mickey, but you know, like things like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Looks like there's 10 floors in this building right here. Let's see if we can go up a floor and find some more stuff. There's artwork in the elevator too. See how far we can go up without needing a room key. I'm not sure what you need here. All right, the button did not work, so we're just going up as far as this takes me right now because it's going up. The button didn't work. Somebody else called this one, I guess. Floor 6. Okay, let's look at floor 6. Okay, so the elevator didn't open when I got to floor 6. It kicked me back down to floor 1. I guess you need a magic band to go up to any floors beyond 1. Maybe we can find some stairs in a second. Let's check out this outdoor area first. Oh, this is nice. You got this outdoor restaurant over here. That looks beautiful, dude. You just have a beautiful view out here. You can see Contemporary and Bay Lake Tower. The top of Space Mountain is right there. And there's the castle. And there's Grand Floridian and the wedding pavilion where we just came from. And the rest of Polynesian is right over there. I just noticed this is a water feature here. Oh my God, look at how that looks beautiful. Look at that, there's water running down the wall right there and it's sitting on top. You're sitting at one of these tables like these folks right here. You're kind of like right on the water of a waterfall. That's pretty neat. I think it was called Wailulu Bar and Grill, I think is the name of the restaurant. Okay, wow, what is that up there? There's like a big hole in the building. There's one over there too. They're not level though, they're on different floors, so that's interesting. Walking by the pool, I remember seeing this advertised everywhere with this building, this Moana on a kayak water feature. This is kind of a kid's area, but yeah. Moana is one of my favorite Disney movies, honestly, so I like seeing a little bit more theming around it, especially in a place where it belongs, like Polynesian Village Resort. So I made it back inside. I did ask a cast member, you do have to be staying here to make it to another floor, so I will not be going up any floors today. I couldn't find any stairs either, so, but she did tip me off to look in this mural here, and I think I just found something right here. We got a Minnie. That's a hidden Minnie right there. You got her ears and her bow and her head. Perfect. Hidden Minnie Mouse. That's awesome. That would not be in the book right now. So I just took a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to my friend, the author, and he can come check it out for himself, and it'll probably end up in the next edition of the book. Let me just double check here to make sure there aren't any more hidden Mickeys. We found a Minnie. That tells me there should be a Mickey around here somewhere too. This kind of looks like it could be a Nemo or something, but it's kind of too hard to tell. Here's something else that's a bit more of interest. That looks like a hidden Mickey to me. You got his head here and two swirls are his ears. That is a hidden Mickey. All right, well, we got 2, so that's at least a start. Hopefully in the future, we'll be able to go up to some of the other floors. Well, all right, we're not walking out empty-handed. That's something, you know, to start. Let's start making our way back over to the Transportation Ticket Center so we can monorail back over to Epcot and end our day over there. We gotta check out the Festival of the Arts, which is going on right now. We got some good food over there, I hear. So, because actually before I got on the monorail to come to Magic Kingdom, I went into Epcot and grabbed a passport so I could look at some of the menu options. So I was checking them out. Some of them look pretty good. I might have to sample at least one tonight. But all right, we got a little bit of a walk back to TTC here, so let's find our way back. We got a giant chessboard over here. I love chess. I would love to play somebody. Leave a comment if you want to come down here and play giant chess with me. I wanted somebody to play giant chess with. We're already almost back to the Grand Ceremonial House, which is right there. We'll just use it as a cut through here. Got their torches lit. I'm gonna go this way though. Such a nice evening now. The sun has gone down enough where the temperature is just right. Not too hot, not too cold. The breeze is still beautiful. It's great out. I have this little area out here with grills and stuff. I've never noticed that before. I wonder what that's for. Like if you can like reserve that or if they do events out here. I'm not sure. monorail. Here we are. We're going right through this little path. This will bring us out into the Magic Kingdom security area where you get dropped off by the tram from the parking lot. There you go. You can see the tram right there pulling in. Let's see, if I parked here, I'd have to go out to the tram, get in my car, and then drive out to Epcot, and either tram or walk into Epcot from their parking lot. But because I parked at Epcot, I can just go in here, take the monorail, and be dropped off right at the entrance and not have to walk out to my car, from my car, into the park. So I don't exactly know how much time it saves, but it saves me a little bit of walking, which is good because I just demonstrated the walk back to the parking lot from Magic Kingdom because I did not take a mode of transportation to get back here. I walked all the way from Magic Kingdom. We took a small break for lunch, but did the whole walk. So let's go hop on that monorail to Epcot and I'll see you over there. All right, we made it to Epcot. International Festival of the Arts 2025. Let's go see what they got in here. I know I got the little booklet that shows you the options, but they don't always include pictures. And usually the menu boards out in front of the actual kiosks do. And they also give you the prices. The booklet does not. I would like to know how much some of these things are. So let's go over to World Showcase. Let's go check it out. Okay, so my phone ended up dying as I was trying to film something. It turns out the fuel rod I had plugged in was dead, so my phone died. So I ended up getting on Spaceship Earth to let it charge a little bit because I wanted to be able to film some more and it needed a little time to charge up. So I ended up doing Spaceship Earth, so now it's a little bit darker out. The Festival of the Arts is all about Figment, so they got a lot of Figment stuff around here for you to explore. Including every year they do a hidden Figment scavenger hunt around the World Showcase. They usually do one for each of the festivals. Usually during the Food and Wine Festival, they do a hidden Remy, like you gotta go find all the Remys. And then during Flower and Garden, they do hidden orange birds, I think. Something like that. But yeah, so I gotta come back sometime and do those hidden scavenger hunts. I think they usually cost like $10 because you get like a prize for finding them all, but usually people put the maps on like Google or something and you can just look them up because I don't care about the prize. I just want to find them all. So maybe I'll do that someday in the near future here because I never have. One other thing I gotta do right now is go pick up my pass holder magnet here at Creations before I forget. For annual pass holders, Disney periodically releases these new exclusive magnets. They usually coincide with festivals here at Epcot or some other special event at Animal Kingdom or Disney Springs, whatever's going on. I believe this magnet is Ray, the Firefly from Princess and the Frog. So let's go grab that. Looks like there's no line here. And there we go, it's Ray the Firefly. He's probably my favorite character from that movie because he's voiced by Jim Cummings, which is the voice of Winnie the Pooh, and several other beloved characters like Pete from Goofy Movie, and he also voices Tigger. He's one of my favorite voice actors. So I'm happy to get a magnet that supports a character that he voiced. All right, but I'm glad I got that done because I would have forgotten. I would have been sad because that was like a big reason why I came over here today. And wow, it got dark fast. Spaceship Earth is all lit up now. All right, well, let's make this kind of a quicker stop. Let's go just explore a little bit the front half of the World Showcase and see what they got. I'm still pretty full from lunch, honestly, so I'm probably not going to get anything too big here. Maybe just a little dessert or something. They have some kind of like chalk or paint drawings here on the pavement they do every year. Cruella de Vil and Moana. This looks like a very abstract Goofy. Beautiful. Oh, Nemo and Dory. Haunted Mansion, that's very nice. I like that one. Ka and Shere Khan from Jungle Book, and Chernabog from Fantasia. And they've got some really cool perspective art here too, like Buzz and Woody flying away. See Potato Head and Bo Peep down there, and Slink and Rex kind of distorted, and then you see Buzz's face is a lot bigger to project that he's higher up. There's more over here. Spider-Man, Mandalorian here. This is more Disney property side, a lot of Star Wars, Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy stuff over here. I do see a few more up here though. Scar is right there. And look at that. Look for the hidden Mickey, which is, I can already see it right there. Now that's not a hidden Mickey I would submit because this is only temporary. So cool to see one hidden Mickey there. There's another one right there. Here's Scar. Not abstract Goofy. It's a cat playing with Marlin, Nemo, and Dory. There's another hidden Mickey in this one too. Look at all those. There's Donald with another hidden Mickey there. And arguably one there. And then we got Maleficent and Yzma right here. Pretty neat. This one's near Canada. This says almond cake. That sounds pretty good. Eco Delights. This menu board over here should have a picture of it. There's a picture of it. On second thought, that looks a bit more sweet than I was hoping for. So maybe I'll do that another time. Canada over here usually has some pretty good entrees on their menu because they usually have steak items that come directly from Le Cellier Steakhouse, which is a very popular steakhouse here. It makes very good steak. I've only eaten there once on a New York strip and it was pretty dang good. Usually during the festivals, they have a filet mignon sampler or something else like that. These are some interesting options. Beet tartare. I'm assuming it's supposed to eat like beef tartare, but it's made of beets, so it's not actually raw beef. And then we got wild mushroom risotto. That sounds decent, but I'm not a huge fan of it. And for $10, not really my cup of tea. I don't think that's one I would really go for here. This is usually a pretty short festival. I think it only goes through the end of February, sometime around then. And then Flower and Garden starts up sometime in March. So I'll have to come back and see if they have a better offering in Flower and Garden. Because usually Canada here has a pretty good menu. But these couple things just really aren't for me. So deeper into the Canada Pavilion, they have a maple popcorn stand over here. I've had that once. It tastes a lot like kettle corn, but with like a little bit more of a hint of maple in there, of course. Weird reference, but you know that episode of Drake and Josh where he brings a date to the movies and she buys a bucket of popcorn and pours syrup all over the popcorn? That's probably similar to what that tastes like, maple popcorn. This is usually my favorite spot to go in Canada, but they got it walled off right now. That's a bummer. I just walked into the Trading Post store in Canada and I just found a new hidden Mickey that is not in the book. This one's a really good one on this fish on its tail. See, that's clear as day on purpose. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. That one's really good. It's really small and hidden in there, and that's not in the book. So I got some new goodies for my friend the author there for when I get home. All right, back to food hunting here. I'm not really finding much on the front half of World Showcase that really captures my attention. So I was looking through the menus in the little passport they give you, and I saw a little dessert that caught my eye that's available over in the Communicore Hall back in World Celebration. So I'm gonna go back over there and check that out. Here we go, Communicore Hall is located in between kind of the entrance area behind Spaceship Earth and World Nature, which is where the land and Figment are. Thank you. Oh, they have something special in here right now on display. Oh wow, this is not what I was expecting. So during Festival of the Arts at the American Gardens Theater in the back of the park, they have special guest performances by some of the Broadway stars, the Disney Broadway stars. And so they have some costumes right now on display in here. It looks like it's puppets from the live shows. Right here behind me is Lion King. Looks like the costume for Pumbaa or the Pumbaa puppet, something like that. Aladdin's right there. And it looks like we got maybe a Beauty and the Beast, the Rose. And we've got Aladdin's magic lamp. Wow. Yeah, Disney on Broadway. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I don't really keep up with the Broadway shows of Disney, but this is still pretty neat. I have a lot of respect for those actors. Some of the Frozen costumes here. And then they have some exclusive merch. Ooh, they got like riot art here. Jungle Cruise, Main Street Electrical Parade. I love that. Small World. That's from Haunted Mansion. And they even got Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Remember I pointed out Mr. Toad at Haunted Mansion earlier. All right, but so that's not where the food is. So the food must be out here somewhere. That right there is what I had in mind, that Enchanted Rose. Milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. $6.50 though. I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just get it, what the heck. $6.50 is a little bit more than I was expecting for a dessert. It is a pretty good size here though. Problem is I need a good place to go eat this now. I'm gonna go over, there's some tables over here right across the way. All right, ignore the music behind me as best you can. I'm just gonna take a bite for you guys. Whoops, I just knocked my finger into it, oh well. It's softer than I thought. Chocolate is a huge weakness of mine. I could eat it all day, every day. That's like the one thing I would binge eat because I love chocolate. So this might be a mistake because I might have to get more of these. But let's try it out. There's chocolate mousse on the top. That's actually kind of nice. It's not too sweet. The rose itself is chocolate mousse, and then there's a chocolate cookie underneath it. There's a center that tastes like raspberry underneath the chocolate layer here. So there's like an outer layer of chocolate mousse. And on the inside of the rose, there's a raspberry center. Let's try some of the cookie here. There's your chocolate cookie. That's pretty good. I would get this again, honestly. That's really nice. It's not too sweet. And that's always the key for me for desserts. I love chocolate. I love desserts, but I don't like too sweet. I can't have it be too sweet. It needs to be light. It needs to be a nice flavor. And this does the job really well. It was kind of loud over there. But yeah, if you like chocolate as much as I do, you would like that. That was very nice and light. I think it was worth $6 because you'd probably pay $6 for that at a regular restaurant, you know? And it was presented really nice. The flavor was good. It wasn't too sweet. It didn't overdo it for me in my stomach. Like, I don't feel like kind of gross afterwards. It was very nice and light. The raspberry was great. The cookie was great. I would recommend that. But all right, let's go on Figment. Let's close out the night with a ride. Journey into Imagination with Figment. Since it's the Festival of the Arts, we should do the Mascots ride. After this ride, I think we'll probably head out and call it a day. I've been here for about 7.5 hours almost now. A little tired. There are some pretty neat hidden Mickeys on this ride too, though. For example, in the queue here in this cage on the right, you can see a Buzz Lightyear action figure right there laying down in that cage. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see his head sticking out right there, and there's his arm and his laser, and he's laying that way. And another one, if you look in this pyramid here, you can see a silhouette of Tinkerbell and somebody with Mickey ears on. And I have another hidden Mickey on this ride that I just discovered that's now in the book. It's a new one in the book that I found maybe a year ago now. I'm not going to speak on the ride because I don't want to disturb other people, but it's going to be the one in Figment's Upside Down house. It's on his pink carpet while he's watching TV made of flowers. I'll try to do my best to show it to you. No line for Figment. Let's do it. All right, I'll see you after the ride.
Welcome to our special drive-through open house.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you've got it wrong, Doc.
With your GMT, you can see things differently. Imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. One lovely sniff can be appealing.
Hesitate to send you into the touch and taste labs. Perhaps I should end my open house right here.
Great idea. We'll go to my open house instead. It's much more fun. Upside down. Now you're talking. That's the best idea you had all day. Imagination is the brain's open house.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Thank you, Figment. So, as you can plainly see, imagination
All right.
works.
Can be a dream come true.
Of a creation right at the start. Now we invite you to set your imaginations free in the image world.
Right. So yeah, those flowers on that carpet. I know it's made of flowers, but it's proportional enough and it's shaped just like a Mickey head, so I'm counting it. There's one more right here in the exit I'll show you. Right here in the logo for ImageWorks, you have like this kind of tilted one right here. Yeah, you could say I'm a little too knowledgeable about them, but it's something I've always enjoyed about the Disney parks. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day after that. Let's head back to the car. I can hear fireworks over at Magic Kingdom right now, so it's a good time to get out of here before that crowd gets on the road. And Epcot here closes in about 50 minutes as well, so it's just a good time to be thinking about getting out of here. Today was a fun day. Usually I don't come here with a big plan in mind. Sometimes I do, like with the challenge that I did, but like I have an idea of what parks I want to hit in mind, and then I'll plan out other stuff. So like while on the monorail to Magic Kingdom, that's where I thought of, oh, let me walk back to Grand Floridian for lunch, because I couldn't decide what I wanted for lunch. And then I was like, ooh, then I can go check out that new building, because that's like right there. And then I can walk back and then go to Epcot and finish my day there and do what I want to do there. So it's like, I kind of come up with the plan while I'm here, and then I execute, and it just ends up working out usually most of the time. But so today was pretty good. We did a few rides at Magic Kingdom, got a good lunch at Grand Floridian, explored what we could of the new hotel at Polynesian, which I found 2 new hidden Mickeys there. Came on over to Epcot, got my magnet for my pass holder thing, found a new hidden Mickey in Canada. And then we got that little dessert, that little enchanted rose, and we rode a couple rides here. It was pretty good. It's a successful day, I think, and I probably walked close to 20,000 steps. That's always a good thing. And it was also just a beautiful day out here. It's still really nice out tonight. Spaceship Earth still has no line. I walked right onto it earlier too when I rode it while my phone charged. I think I'm gonna skip the tram tonight because I'm not parked that far back, and sometimes the tram takes even longer than just walking. There's the fireworks over at Magic Kingdom. It looks like they're just about done. There's the finale. Yeah, that was the end of Happily Ever After over there. Yeah, see this tram is just pulling up still. They're still on it, and I'm like right in this row here, so it's not worth it. Only if I wanted to save the steps, which I didn't really need to, so. I believe I was in 202 and I was in the front, so I'm right down here. Yep, but see, I'm beating this tram back to my row. You can see some of the smoke out there from Magic Kingdom. Right.
There is no smoke in the security screening. Do you have any firearms, managers of any kind?
And legs inside while the tram is moving.
Pies y piernas adentro.
Hey, on behalf of the driver up front, myself in the very back, let me be the first to welcome you to the one and only Disney's Animal Kingdom. Looks like we're going to be slowly approaching the main entrance. So main fully behind us, all yellow signal until the tram is signal and complete stop. We're inside there for a wild time.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. We're here for kind of a brief stay here, maybe a couple hours. But I came to Animal Kingdom today because there's a few specific things I want to do that I haven't done in a while, and that I want to make sure I do before it's too late. Namely being, it's tough to be a bug. That's where I'm going first, because it's tough to be a bug is closing. Its last day of operation is going to be March 16th, which is from the day I'm filming this, 15 days from now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to have another opportunity to come see it, because my family and I bought tickets to go see a Pink Floyd tribute band that night on March 16th. So I won't be able to be here for its last day of operation. And I have a really packed week of gigs coming up next week. So if I don't come back again this week, this might be the last time I get to do this. We're gonna hop on there right now. It's tough to be a bug. It never has a wait. It's a 3D show, kind of like PhilharMagic, Muppet Vision, but a lot more violent with their effects. This show never has a wait, but it's one of the longest queues in the park because it takes you all underneath the Tree of Life and you go all around it and stuff. So it's a very long queue for a very uncrowded show. I know I won't be able to film much of the show itself because it is a 3D show, but I'll do my best to film some of the stuff that doesn't require the 3D glasses, like the animatronics and other special effects. My God, there's actually a line for this today. I wonder if it's because it's closing. I've never seen a line for this before. I've never waited for this show. It's kind of nice having a line here, because now I really get to stop and kind of appreciate some of the carvings here, because this is all part of the Tree of Life. Look at that buck right there. These are literally the roots of the Tree of Life that's right there. Never noticed that guy before. And the gator up there. All right, we made it to the queue area. That was not a long wait. It was just we had to wait for one more show. Oh, they took away the bug eye glasses. They replaced them with the pink Muppet Vision glasses. It's a little sad, no more bug eyes. This goes a lot further in than I thought. I don't think I've ever been down this area. And this show literally takes place inside the Tree of Life. We're right underneath it right now. It's perfectly with Bug's Life because it takes place in that giant tree. Like, that could be the Tree of Life, you know, in the Bug's Life movie. Website story. Stink bug named Desire. Looks like they're letting us in. It's time to go inside. So I probably won't be able to talk much, but I'll see what I can film of it.
So you can go to your left side. One of our cast members is going to be happily justice to you.
And no chirping. Thank you. Put your wings together for the host of our show, everyone's favorite ant, Flick.
Wait, a little more. Little less. Perfect. Oh, and hi, hello, and welcome. Welcome to our show. We're the biggest cast of them all. Still, you guys just don't seem to see us. So, That's why we gave you the special bug eyes. Now go ahead, put them on. Neat, huh? This is a soldier termite who defends his mound by spraying intruders with acid. He's up, he's ready, and he's ruining our set. We have other shows to do.
I'm the Marine Defensive Machine. Oh no. I detect more intruders.
No, they're not intruders. No, they're honorary bugs.
No, intruders must be terminated. No exceptions.
Woo! Oh my god. That soaked my legs. Oh my goodness.
Flick. What are these humans wearing on their heads?
Oh, I made them honorary bugs.
Honorary what? They're our biggest enemy. Friends don't exterminate friends, do they? Still don't get it? Maybe it's time you honorary bugs got a taste of your own medicine.
Woo!
What? You're still alive? This means war! Back off, spiders! Bug bombs, zappers, sticky little motels. Nothing can stop us. Ha! Nothing! We're pollinator! If it's not thinking about us, you can't live without us. Talk to me.
It's a basic thing. And now that you're all honorary bugs, remember, magnifying glasses are for looking at little things, not for burning little things. See ya.
I filmed what I could of that. Hopefully it came out all right. My best not to disturb anybody else behind me though. I have my phone like pressed against my chest trying to film it so that the glow of my phone wouldn't bother anyone. So hopefully I got some good angles. Basically that whole show though is about the importance of bugs, or at least that's the whole major point that they try to get across. You know, like they have like 3 types of bugs being like, this particular spider does this for its enemies and then it attacks you, and then the acid guy, you know, and then they had the stink bug, which I didn't film, but the stink bug is another thing that they do. Just like showing off all their cool 4D effects in the 3D movie. And then obviously Hopper intrudes being like, they're our enemy, you shouldn't invite them in here. And then he kind of points out how humans have been their enemy for forever because we would just want to extinguish them all, but they outnumber us 100 million to 1, so we'll never fully extinct bugs, you know, like, and just, it's all about the importance of bugs, like treat them respectfully, you know, be kind to bugs because they appear more horrifying than they are, all that jazz. Always appreciated that about Animal Kingdom because bugs are animals. And this whole park, when it first opened, was about the conservation of animals in the natural world. It was an opening day attraction, I believe, here at Animal Kingdom in 1998. It actually came out before A Bug's Life came out. The show was here before A Bug's Life was in theaters. It ended up working really well. I mean, like, it's based on those characters, but it's not really about A Bug's Life, the movie, you know, which I like. But yeah, so it closes on March 16th. March 16th is its last day of operation. It closes on the 17th. And it's going to be replaced by a Zootopia show. It's called Better Zoogether. It's themed after Zootopia. I don't know what to expect with that, so we'll have to see when it opens. So one thing I want to do today is take the train, the Wildlife Express, over to the conservation station and do the animation experience show. That's become one of my favorite things to do on property. The first time I did it, it was actually in Disney's California Adventure over in Anaheim. And it's a 30-minute drawing class, and they teach you how to draw a character. And I discovered that Animal Kingdom had it over at the conservation station. I've never been a good drawer, but my pictures have always come out really decent with their instruction. And so it's just become like a very fun thing to do. It's not very crowded over there. It's just so fun. But before we go over there, I wanted to come over into Dino Land real quick and just check out what it looks like since we were here last. Last time we were here, it was the last day of Dino-Rama and Triceratops Spin and all the carnival part. And as you can see, Triceratops Spin is completely gone. And so is the Dino-Rama sign, and everything is completely gone and dug up because they got a bulldozer right there. So everything is gone back there behind that wall. Boneyard, however, is still open. I thought this was going to close that day, and it's still open. So this got some time left. pretty exciting that the boneyard is still here. And some of the meet and greets that we did here during that day are still here, like Donald by the quote-unquote gas station, Dino Donald. Pluto in there, which I don't remember him being here before. Cretaceous Trail is still open, which has Daisy up there and the Dino Chip and Dale that we met last time we were here as well. Truly, the only thing that closed that day was Dino Rama. Everything else is still here. I just want to point out that in my Dino Land vlog that I did, I called the giant green dinosaur that towered over Dino Rama Dino Sue. This is Dino Sue. I had that wrong. This is Dino Sue right here. The giant green dinosaur was actually called Cementosaurus because it's made of cement. I just had it wrong. Cementosaurus, which is still there. There's Cementosaurus right there. That is Cementosaurus because he's made of cement. Right, so now it's time to head over to the train. I was killing a little time because the next show for Animation Experience was not until 1:45. It's about 1:20 right now, so now's a good time to be getting over to the train. That train comes every like 5 minutes or so. There's 2 of them, so it comes very quickly. So let's go over there. Got on over to the conservation station.
Hi, Kevin.
The Wildlife Express picks up in Africa, so I'm gonna come back through Asia here and get back on over there because I think that'll probably be the quickest way. Train service, this way. Kiki's Planet Watch. Made it. Time to get on the train. There's a train right here, but it's probably gonna leave, so I'll probably have to wait for the next one. So that train's leaving right now. It's about 1:29. Let's see how long it takes for the next one to come. So close. So close. Oh well. And it is about 1:32 right now, so that took a whopping 3 minutes for the next train to come. So these come very often. Time to ride the train. There's Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express with service to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Be sure to check out the Animation Experience at Conservation Station, where you can learn to draw your favorite Disney characters inspired by live animals from one of our animators, Walt Disney himself, and his long-standing passion for conservation.
That's the lion habitat on Kilimanjaro Safaris. That's actually a hidden Donald right there. That's the top of his sailor cap. That rock sticking up on the top right.
Classics like The Lion King, The Jungle Book, and more. The latest advances in computer animation remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
There we go. There's our sketch times. To go do one of my favorite attractions at Disney World. It took longer than I thought. It's 1:44 right now, so we gotta make it to the show. Shoot. Okay, we're at the conservation station now. It's a little bit of a walk to this building, so I had to run a little bit. Okay, the queue is inside here, so hopefully they'll still let us in. Looks like we might be okay. The last seat. I got the last seat. Looks like we're drawing something from The Bug's Life today.
Today we invite you to become a part of that legacy as our own Disney artists help you learn to sketch characters inspired by the very animals found here at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Hey, Bob. Woo! Doing good today?
Yeah!
Alright, so my name is Gabriel. I'll be a Disney artist for this time. I'll be helping everybody draw a Pixar character. Who's decided to draw a Pixar character? Make some noise!
Woo!
Take a character named Dot.
Dude, oh, Dot.
Little
Dot.
Wow. Hasn't been raised. If I take a look at that paper and notice that we have these blue lines. Now, these blue lines are called guidelines. It's going to help everyone in this classroom to draw a dot today. So we're just going to get started and start drawing our eyes that's going to sit in these 2 areas. And when you get more in detail, this is at a dark line on top. It's all hand drawing. So there's one set of eyeballs that communicate with each other or to get around in the environment. And what I love about like art too, because you can make it realistic as possible once you have like the basic shapes in. This next part is optional. The host, I gotta make sure I can make the class more funner.
I shaded it in the wrong spot, so it's gonna look like that. Little
mistake
is costing me. Mine doesn't look really. That looks a little odd now.
applause for making great art because everybody's doing a great job. Human mouth, but ants in real life.
It would look so much better if I shaded in the right spot. Oh well.
Now Pixar campus, they do have a large studio where they can have like basketball court, lots of gardens around the area. So I'm gonna trace that again. Put this around, like the letter N. Put this around as well, and bring it back home. Okay. Then I add some curves to it. You can add a mini, again, this is your masterpiece, your artwork.
It's not terrible. It looks a lot better than mine, of course.
For freckles. But if you are finished with your drawing, if you do want to do, so if you are finished with your masterpiece, this makes you a great artist.
I think I'll skip the shading part there.
I know everybody masterpiece. So in case if you do post this on social media, so sign your name. If you do want to track your progress as an artist, it's always best to date your work. You only get better at 25. Here we go. Okay, everybody had a good time.
Woo! Yeah!
So what I'd love to have everybody do, poke in the air, and let me see all those flying ants in the air. Bugs Life!
Bugs Life!
Right, but before we leave, I want to make
Please gather your person for
That was so
exit.
good.
Remember to take your artwork with you.
Really one of the harder characters I've ever drawn here. I do think if I had shaded those peoples correctly, this would look a lot better, but because I shaded in the part that's supposed to be white, that kind of looks a little odd. She's looking that way, but you know, still, that is a really fun attraction, just learning how to draw. And I'm not a drawer at all, and this came out kind of decent. I mean, I had other drawings that I've done that have come out a lot better. I can't show this to you right now, the wind is blowing it. Yeah, I've done several other drawings and they've come out really decent. Like I did Dumbo one time that came out almost perfect. Like I felt like it looked so good. It surprised me because it's just me following his instruction, you know. It's just like, wow, I can just do it if I completely just mimic what he's doing, you know. I've done this now, I think this is my 8th or 9th time doing this attraction. I've never had a duplicate character. I've never drawn the same character twice. And that's what I love about it. It's always different. I see people sometimes come and do this all day, you know, they'll just loop around because it's not really a long line type of attraction, you know. Usually they have the capacity for everybody. So I've seen, like on slow days especially, like people like past holders like me will just come over here and do every show because it loops, you know, every time. I could have stayed and done another one, and the next one was going to be goofy. I could have stayed, but it's getting a little bit late into the afternoon. This was going to be a rather quick trip to Animal Kingdom, so I'm just making it a little bit more brief than usual. I don't want to draw too many characters because I like when it's a different character that I've never done before. I would like to do this one again so I can redeem myself of the dumb mistake I made shading in the wrong part of the people. I'm kicking myself about that, but otherwise I like to draw different characters every time. It's very fun to have variety. So we gotta take the train back now to Harambe. Harambe is the name of the village that you pick it up at in Africa in Animal Kingdom, so that's where we're gonna go back to. That kind of works like Tom Sawyer Island. You have to take that transportation to get to the other, get back to the rest of the park. That's the only thing that stinks about it is you can't walk over here, but the train again comes every 4 minutes, so it's really not a long wait. I honestly have no idea how suddenly it was 1:45 because it was 1:32 when that train showed up at the station when I was filming for you guys. And then as I was walking by, some people ran by me. I was like, why are you running? We got time. And I looked at my watch. I was like, no, we don't. It's 1:44. Oh my God. So it took a lot longer to get over here than I thought. But so the train should be coming around here pretty soon.
Conservation that led him to send film crews across the globe.
Hello.
Remain to watch your show as the accident go well.
We're back. It's time for me to make my way out of the park because I think I'm all done here. Did a few things. It's been a nice quick trip. So let's stroll out through Africa together back to the front of the park. Last time we were at Disney, I was telling you guys about hidden Mickeys and showing you some of the ones I found and discovered myself that got in the book as I submitted them to the author. And one that I found years and years ago, before I was even a pass holder, is right here. The cement just outside Tusker House. There's these sewer drains here, and one has stones around it, creating a hidden Mickey right here in the center of the path.
Hi. Hi, Kevin.
Good morning from Disney's Shades of Green Resort. We are here to play the 9-hole Oak Trail golf course here at Disney World. My tee time is at 9:12 and it's 8:42 right now, so I got here just on time. It's time to go into the clubhouse, check in, rent a pull cart, and let's get on up to the starting tee and check in for our tee time. I'm excited to play. This is my first time playing golf in about a month, so let's see what happens. The first step is to get a pull cart so that I can bring it back to my car and load it up with my clubs, and then we'll get on up to the starting tee. So this is the only 9-hole course here at Disney. The rest are all 18. Pardon my hair. I had my window down the whole time I was driving here, and it's also windy out, so it looks kind of funky right now. All right, just got checked in. My particular annual pass, I bought the water park and sports add-on to my annual pass, which is like $99 on top of your annual pass. And it gives you access to both water parks, the Oak Trail golf course here, not the others, just the 9-hole, just the 9-hole course. You get free mini golf at any of the 4 courses before 4 p.m. And you get some special benefits at ESPN Wild World of Sports, which I've never been to, so I'm not sure exactly what you get over there. But so yeah, my tee time today is free because of my annual pass. I did have to rent a pull cart, which is about $10, which isn't that bad. But yeah, so I rented a pull cart, and they got it up for me at the tee box up there, so I got to carry my clubs up there. Let's get these out, let's get everything packed up, and let's get going. Got my clubs and got a ton of balls because I'm going to stuff my bag with these and tees and all that because I don't know how much I'm going to lose today, so we're going to prepare for that. All right, I packed up my club bag. I put some waters in here. This is like a cooler pocket here. It doesn't really work that much. It's a little insulated, but not really. I have all my food packed in here, and then I have 11 balls in here. If I lose 11 balls, then I don't deserve to continue. That's it. That's the end. If I lose all those, that's crazy. But all right, it's time to head on up there. Also, this is St. Patrick's Day, so of course I'm wearing my green shirt. I had a hat to bring with me, but I didn't want to wear it the whole time, and I don't really have a place to put it for when if I wanted to take it off. So it also is a little bit chilly out here. It's about, I think the high today is 64, so I'm wearing my jacket. Right now it's only about 60 degrees, and it feels like this morning was 49, so it was a little cold on the way here. Another thing is usually this tee time comes with a bucket of balls for the driving range, but I guess the driving range up here is closed, so they told me I'd have to use the one that's way over there on the other side. That just seems too far away from where I'm going, so I'm just bailing on that. I'm just gonna have to hope that I play good and warm up because I haven't played in a month. This course is actually really nice because even if I didn't have the water park and sports option for my annual pass, this tee time I think would have been about $42, which for golf isn't that bad. If you wanted to play a course here at Disney, this is definitely the cheapest option. But the thing is, it's a very challenging course. They've said this is probably one of the hardest courses on property. And on top of that, it's walking only. So it definitely is a bit of a workout to do this one because there's only, I think, 2 par 3s and the rest are par 4s and par 5s. That means most of the holes are pretty long. And you have to walk all that while also hitting your good strokes, and also you're lugging your pull cart everywhere. So it definitely is a bit of a workout to play this course, which is why I don't do it super often, but I like to try and get out here as much as I can to get my usage out of that pass, you know? Here we are. This is our tee box right up here. Oak Trail Golf Course. Running early. We're already going out. So far, I'm not going to be really filming as much because I'm with other people. I don't want to disturb them while they're playing and all that, and I want to slow them up by filming and all that, but I'll do my little check-ins every now and again. We're on hole number 3, and I've double bogeyed the first 2, so I'm +4 after 2, so off to a kind of rocky start, but I just did a great line drive straight down hole 3, which is another par 4, so I'm excited about that. We'll see what we can get out of this hole. Here's my pull card that I got. So it comes with a scorecard and a pencil. You got 3 tees here that say Walt Disney World on them. And I think this is an umbrella holder. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it has brakes on it so you can stop it from rolling. And then here's a little net that I haven't filled yet with the stuff, but you can put some like food and snacks in there, balls, whatever you got. And then yeah, that's about it. There's nobody here on this course right now. Usually when I play this in the past, I've had to wait kind of a lot. So it kind of takes 2.5 to 3 hours to play. We might get through this in like maybe 2 hours would be great. It's really nice out. It'd be nice to just keep it moving and not have to wait, you know? Ball right here, 100 yards from the hole. Of course, I shanked it off the heel and it went off to the left a little bit, but still a good shot. We're not out of the woods just yet. I was hoping to get a par out of this. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but this course is really hard. It's really challenging. So getting a par, they say, the starters say that is like getting a birdie on this course. So par is very good. And a bogey is also very good for an amateur player like me, at least. That's another 7. That's a triple bogey because the greens here are really hard. It's all very sloped and they are very fast. So just tapping your ball, if you miss the hole, it's gonna roll away. You gotta hit back up and hope that you make it in, because if you don't, then you gotta hit downhill again and watch it roll away again. Oh, definitely a hard course here. We're making our way over to hole 4 already, and we've been playing maybe 20 minutes, so that's really good. All right, and that tee shot was going good, and it caught it just barely nicked a branch, and I'm not sure if that caused it to change direction, because as soon as it hit that, I completely lost it. We all did, so now I gotta go on a scavenger hunt and see where this ended up. But it was a good hit, so if it kept going through that branch, I think it'll be down there. And this is another dog leg left, and it was going right for the left, so that might be good. Sorry, I'm having such a bad hair day, Jesus. Right there, here I am. My second ball, and it went right into these trees, and I couldn't find it. I think that's it, right there on the green on the left. I have a yellow ball, so I think that's mine. Which means I have a chance at a birdie here if I get that putt. Birdie. That's like the equivalent of an eagle on this course, they say. That'd be really cool. Well, I ended up parring that one, but no birdie, but I'm still happy with the par. Par is still really hard to get on this course, especially a par 4. And that was my goal, was to get a par on a par 4, because last time I parred a par 3. And that was the only par I got. So we're heading out to number 5 now, hole number 5, and that is a par 5, the first par 5 of the game. And yeah, we're moving right along here. It's great. So we're standing in the middle of the fairway right now. Mine went over there somewhere. That's the flag, way through there. That's where we're going. Still a long way to go. And there's my ball right there. The first yellow one's mine, right in the middle of the fairway. Gotta go all the way over there. We've got some turkeys over here watching this. I want to stay clear of those things because they can get mean. I think I might have sacrificed my second shot to this river, and we just scared a deer on the other side. It just ran away into the woods. Yeah, definitely the hardest hole on the course, that par 5. God dang it. Got one more par 4 right here, and then the second par 5. Then we got 2 more after that. I think we end on a par 3. I think hole 9 is a par 3. This is still fast. We're still having fun, but I did lose 2 balls on that one. I dropped one after losing the first one in that river, and then hit another chip straight into the trees. So lost 2 on that one, but we still got 9 left. Oh, it's my bag here. It's tilting off a little bit. I didn't get a chance to really tighten it because I had to start pretty much right away as I got here, because they were like, oh, you're teeing off. So I had to get right up to the tee box and go. So I didn't have a chance to really tighten them on there. And they're kind of toppling me over. Oh, look at these turkeys. Just hoping they don't bother me, because they have a lot of younglings here. I don't want them to think we're a threat. Hole 6 now. I was going right along the right here and just kind of hugged these woods. So I'm hoping I can find it on the edge here. There's some water right up there. We have to hit over where that bridge is. Oh, okay. I made it over. I found my ball right here on the very edge of the woods, and I just hit over the water, just made it over the water, and are just sitting on the left edge of those woods across the water. So we're doing good, we're safe. A hole where you don't lose any balls is a good hole, and a day where you don't lose any balls is a really good day, no matter what the score is. Keeping your ball in play, that's a goal in itself. And of course, look who's sitting on the bank over there, Mr. Little Gator. My ball is right over here, so gotta avoid that guy. Oh boy, there he is, sitting right there. My ball is right behind him in those woods. So I got my ball back. My game is just hinging right now on my chipping. My chipping is terrible today. It took me 3 more chips to get onto the green. I was like 90 yards away, if that. I'm just like, seriously? Like, usually my chipping is one of my best parts of my game, but today, just not happening. So another triple bogey bites the dust. On to hole number 7. Hole 7 tee shot, and I'm in the sand. Yeah. At least my tee shots have looked good, and my putts have been okay. But the chipping, my fairway game today has just not been good. And now we just got a straight shot to the hole. This is another par 5, so hopefully we can get something out of that. I like par 5s because it gives you more opportunities to fail and recover. Whereas a par 3, you only get like 1 chance if you screw it up. I am right in this sand trap, and the flag is way out there. Definitely starting to feel it a little bit now, because we've been at this for about 85 minutes, and it's just a lot of walking and a lot of hitting. You need a lot of strength to hit good shots, you know, so it's just a little bit demanding, but it's still fun. Could not ask for better weather for today for this. So nice. The air is so cool. All right, we're on hole 8 now, just teed off. Barely made it across the water here. I hit a mulligan. Where'd that one go? There it is right there. I double bogeyed hole 7. So I think I'm 16 over right now after 7 holes. That's not that great. That's more than an average of double bogeying every hole. Plus 16 is my record on this course. This is only my 3rd time playing this course, but last time I was here I got 16 over, which was decent because this is a hard course, you know, for me anyway. I'm a very casual player. I don't play very competitively, but I just play for myself, you know, as like a speedrunner type person where I always focus on optimizing my own game. Golf is kind of a similar vibe. You're always just trying to do better against yourself. I don't really care what other people get. Almost done here. This is hole 8, and then we got one more par 3, hole 9. And then we're all done. Oh, just my luck. Here I am, right in front of this palm tree. And guess which way I gotta go? Right through there. Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. Woohoo. Just kidding, I pulled it out. And I hit the green, but I think I rolled off. Our greens here are so hard to get on and to stay on. Just rolls right off every time. We're up in 2, so I have a chance at least at a bogey, if not a par. Bogey, I'll take it. I've had 1 today. Another little gator over there on the other side of the river. Here I am, not too bad. I just gotta get right up there. This actually have a chance at a par here. That's me on the left right there, so we'll see if we can get that in. Missed it by that much. But at least a bogey is good. Got one more hole, it's par 3, we got one more chance at a par. And well, we just teed on hole 9, and I went over the hole. I bounced on the green and went rolling off. So it's gonna be a tough one to get a par here. I have to get a really good chip and get it close again like I did last time. But we'll see, anything could happen, you know. I was really hoping that beating that at St. Patrick's Day, playing a game that involves a lot of green, I might get a little luck today, you know, but nope, they're playing mean today. This is where I am, and that's where I gotta go in 2 shots. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Well, it ended up taking me 4 shots to get that in, so another double bogey to finish it off. All right, Oak Trail, it's been fun. There's the Island Tower at Polynesian right there, and this is the driving range that was closed. Right, so we finished at 19 over, so only 3 strokes more than my record. So even though I only got 1 par and I got a lot of bad scores, honestly it made like I was playing consistently. So, you know, consistency is good. I just wish I had like 1 or 2 really good holes. You know, I had the 1 par, which I guess is good, but I almost had, you know, 1 more and possibly 2, you know, would have been really nice. But for my first time in about a month playing, especially on a court as hard as this, I'm kind of happy with that. My drives looked really good. My putting was all right. It's just the chipping. My fairway shots were pretty good too, but I was having a little bit of trouble controlling the direction, but it was really those close chips. And I tell you why, it's because those greens are so fast and hard to get on and stay on. When I'm super close to it, you know, I'm afraid to hit the ball. So, you know, I'll tap it and it goes like 2 feet and I got hit again, you know, because I'm afraid to hit it over because I don't want to have to hit it over and over again. You know what I mean? That's just always what happens. I think next time I'm here, I have to learn to start putting from the fringe and the outer fairway onto the green so that I can try and keep my ball from rolling off as much as possible. Hopefully we'll get to play this game sometime soon. Anytime it's cold like this is a good day. I'm also blocked out of the parks today on my annual pass, my regular annual pass, because it's spring break, I guess. So I'm blocked out this week. So I usually take advantage of those because even though I'm blocked out of the parks, the blockout dates do not apply to the water park and sports options. So I can still go into the water parks and I can still play golf, play mini golf, and I can still go to Disney Springs. Usually I'll take this time also to do my resort hopping and do some resort hidden Mickey hunting, you know, all that. But yeah, so that's why we're out here today. It was a great day. Couldn't ask for better weather. We also did that in about 1 hour and 55 minutes. That's the fastest I've ever played that course. Last time I was here, it took almost 3 hours to play this. So that was really good. It was a really good start to the morning. Beautiful weather. Nobody in front of us, like no waiting, no nothing. We just played through and it was great. Even though I didn't play my best, I still really enjoyed it. But all right, so we got to go put our clubs back in the car and return this cart. And then I think I'm going to stick around here for a little bit and maybe I might go to Blizzard Beach, even though it's a little bit colder out, or I'll head over to Disney Springs and get some lunch. I haven't decided on which one I want to do yet, so I'm going to gauge how I feel. I'm going to go check out the parking lot for Blizzard Beach. I expect it to be very crowded today because it's cold. They have a really good lunch there at their quick service that I like, so even if I don't go in the water, I can still go get some lunch, you know what I mean? And then Disney Springs has Deluxe Burger, which was on my mind a little earlier, so I'm like, which one do I want? I'm not sure yet, so we're gonna find out. But so let's get the clothes back in the car and get everything returned. And I'll see you guys in a little bit on our way to our next destination here at Disney World, so stay tuned. All right, we are at Disney Springs because I decided 64 is just a little too cold for Blizzard Beach. I really wanted to go, but the wind is still cold. Even with all this stuff on, it's still kind of like cool on my skin. So I know as soon as I get wet, I'm going to be cold. So like, it's just not worth it today. I like going when it's a little bit cooler because it's not nearly as crowded. Blizzard Beach usually is really empty, but recently it's been a bit more crowded. I guarantee you there's like nobody there today, but myself included, because we all know why, it's too cold. But so I came to Disney Springs because I have Deluxe Burger in my mind. Like I said, that is one of my favorite quick services on property. The only problem is it's at Disney Springs. My favorite restaurants are always outside the parks. That's the thing, because I know I talked about how much I like Gasparilla Grill at Grand Floridian a couple of weeks ago, but this is another one of my favorites. This is my favorite place to get a burger. Like, it's the best burger I've ever found, period. And it's decently cheap, you know, it's like $10 for a burger, something like that. We'll get in there and take a look, but I'm excited because I'm hungry. It's only 11:30 right now. We really got through that game really fast. My tea time was at 9:12, and they sent us out at 9:02, and we finished before 11 o'clock. So that's really nice. It was nice to get that whole game in and still have my whole day. But so yeah, let's go into Springs and let's check it out. And now I can wear my hat. St. Patrick's Day, so let's go have a nice time at Disney Springs. Come on. I had brought a bunch of snacks with me for that golf course because on a hot day, usually that golf course is really a lot. And so usually I over prepare, like I kind of do for my challenges that I do. You know, like I brought tons of snacks today. I made myself some trail mix. I cut up an apple. I brought clementines, and I brought like 3 or 4 protein bars just because I didn't know which one I would want. And usually I bring Powerade, which I forgot today, but I didn't end up needing any of it. I only drank like half a bottle of water while I was out there because we just kept going. It was so fast, and it was so nice that it wasn't too hot. So it's just really nice. But so now I got a backpack full of food here, but whatever. The thing about that Oak Trail golf course though, if you were looking to play it, it is definitely some work. Today we got lucky because it's cold, but on a day where it's like 75 or up, it gets pretty warm out there. And the other thing is, like, so far, I haven't found a bathroom out there. It's kind of odd to me because sometimes that game does take like 3 hours, and I haven't found a bathroom on the course. And you're like at least a 10-minute walk away from the clubhouse, so it's kind of like, what are you supposed to do? Like, what do they expect you to do if you need to use the bathroom? I don't know. On one of the back holes, like where the par 5s are, you kind of intersect with some of the 18-hole courses, and it looks like there's a bathroom on that one that you could run over to, but it's still not very close. So like you'd have to ditch your group and then catch back up with them or whatever happens, but I don't know. I'm the only one wearing anything St. Patrick's Day themed today. This is weird. Usually Disney Springs is where everyone goes that wants to dress up, you know? Yeah, I park in Orange Garage. That's usually where I park, and I just walk to wherever I'm gonna go. I don't really care how far away I am from something. I'm not that far away from Deluxe Burger. I think that's closer to Lime Garage, but I don't really care about the walking. I'm okay with steps. Planet Hollywood, it's got the Eddie's chain. I've eaten there once. It's okay. And it's right near the AMC Theater. That's where we came in just now. Yeah. A little bit breezy out here today, but it's nice. It feels so good. First stop is Deluxe Burger. That's where I'm going first, so because I'm hungry. And then after that, I'll take a little walk around the rest of the springs. Yeah, so after you come behind Planet Hollywood and follow this way and cross the water by Blaze Pizza, Deluxe Burger is right here. Handcrafted burgers and french fries. I'm excited. This is literally the best burger I've ever found. And I've had some good burgers, but man, this is one that just has not been beat yet. Yeah, if you park at Lime Garage, this here is like the welcome center for Disney Springs, kind of like the guest services. Lime Garage is right down that way, and Deluxe Burger is right here across from the welcome center. They got mobile order here because this is a Disney restaurant. A lot of restaurants here at Disney Springs are third party. This one is not one of them. This is a Disney operated restaurant, which I love about that because yeah, mobile ordering and stuff. Here's the menu. They don't have the prices listed here. Here's the menu with prices. The one thing is the burgers do not come with fries on the side, so you have to order those separately, and that can make it a little bit pricey. Here's the main options. I usually go for the classic burger. I've never tried the barbecue one, but I wanted to. But I don't think today's gonna be that day. I kind of want just a regular burger today. So classic bacon cheeseburger is $13.49. I'm gonna get it without cheese because I don't like cheese. So I don't know if I'm gonna get fries or not. I might skip those for right now. What's interesting is the kids' meals do come with fries, and they're only $8. So I wonder how good that burger is, but I don't know. All right, I put my order in. I just got the burger to start with. If I decide I want fries, I'll go back and get some more. But for right now, I'm just gonna stick with the burger because I don't really need to spend $5 on fries. You know what I mean? But so the other thing about this place is it's kind of table service. You put your order in, then they give you a beeper, and they'll come find you when your order's ready, and they bring it to your table. So that's pretty nice. So now we just get to chill here on the water, outside, enjoy the beautiful crisp air, and wait for our food. I should probably go wash my hands actually after playing golf. That's what I'm gonna do. That's a good use of this time. So I'll just leave the number here, and hopefully they'll see it if they come by with it. All right, that's more like it. Note to all you, there's no bathroom actually inside the restaurant. It's outside across the way, so I had to come out a little bit. Now, we can sit and relax and wait for our food. Food has arrived. Look at that. 2 smash burgers, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and bacon. That is glorious looking. I forgot I have to get my own ketchup. It's inside, but I'm gonna try it without the ketchup first because it just looks that good. It might not even need it. I took the tomato off because I don't like tomato, but I didn't feel like asking for without because I felt bad. So I just peeled it off myself. Look how juicy this looks. That's just a perfect looking thing. Look at that. That is awesome. It's seasoned so well. Yeah, I could eat that without ketchup. It's so good. I didn't even know that was sitting there. Holy crap, it scared the crap out of me. I'm gonna move over there. Actually scared the living daylight out of me. I felt the flap of his wing on my neck. Like, oh my God, that was crazy. All right, well, while I'm up, I guess I'm gonna go get ketchup, but I'm afraid he's gonna steal my food. Okay, I got some. They used to have cups that you would fill up with ketchup, but I guess they switched to the packets, but whatever. Okay, so I moved over here so that wouldn't happen again, Mr. Friend right there. So back to the burger. Here we are, look at that. All right, let's get some ketchup on there now and see how that is. I'm sure it'll be just as good. There we go. The lettuce is crunchy, the pickles are cut nicely. They're cut thin and long so you can have them across your burger. And the bacon isn't too much. You know, it doesn't take away from the burger itself. This is so good. I'm sure Raglan Road over there is a pretty popular spot today, being that it's St. Patrick's Day. It's an Irish restaurant just across the water. They have live music inside and outside. I've eaten there once. It was really good. I had a pork chop there and it was really, really good. That's a third-party restaurant. That's not a Disney restaurant. Best burger ever. Smash burgers are really the best way to go sometimes. They don't feel as heavy when you eat them. You can season both of them really nicely to get both of them having a good flavor. Again, this was about 14 bucks after tax. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I know their fries are good here too, but I don't need the fries today. This is enough for me. They also have paper towels at every table. You don't have to worry about that. And these are juicy as heck, so you're gonna need some napkins if you ever want to put them down. So good. Perfect size too, you know? Usually if I get a burger out somewhere, I'm not usually one to finish them. Mainly because it's not a smash burger. It fills me up too much really fast. But that is just a perfect size. I'm perfectly full right now. If they had a burger like that in the park, oh man, that would be my go-to every time I came here. It's one thing that stinks is it's all the way over here in Disney Springs, but when you're over in Springs, it's totally worth it. Oh my God. But all right, let's go walk it off. Disney Springs really is a nice place to just kind of take a walk and chill. I'm not exactly an avid shopper, but I like walking around here every now and again. Kind of get in on the live music scene over here. There's a lot of third-party restaurants over here that have live music, like some of the restaurants I perform at close to where I live. And this is a place I've been trying to come to play sometimes because I'd love to. Hopefully one day I'll get in here. It still is beautiful out. It was a gorgeous day to come to Disney. I was hoping to come tomorrow instead, but I'm glad I didn't because this is a lot better weather-wise because it's supposed to warm up again tomorrow. And so I think it'd just be a little too hot. Right now, this is perfect. Oh, here's Lime Garage. So I guess it wasn't quite where I said it was, but still not far. This is a stage I've seen a lot of fun acts on, and looks like they have a school band there today. That'd be a fun stage to perform on for nightly entertainment. I remember recently I found a performance of Kiss in the 90s performing on that stage for a television event. I feel like it was like a New Year's event, and they performed like a small set on the stage. That was back when they had the makeup off, and they had Bruce Kulick and Eric Singer in the band. And that's just cool, that like if I ever performed on there, it's like, hey, Kiss performed on this stage. This was one place I was trying to play. They have live music out here usually, and it's usually just an acoustic dude like what I do, so. But I think they are run by Disney. That means I have to be in Disney's kind of like pool of performers. I'm not exactly sure how to get into that, so I've been trying though. I'm gonna keep trying. Hopefully I'll get it someday. Looks like Once Upon a Toy got some work done to it, because there used to be a hidden Mickey out here that's not there at the moment. Because there used to be trucks up here, like Tonka trucks, and their wheels made the ears above that Lincoln log and made it a hidden Mickey, but the Tonka trucks are missing on both sides. But you can see the mount is still up there for the truck. Here's the Pin Traders building right across from Once Upon a Toy. This is one of the original rooftops, geometric rooftops from the original Disney Village when they first opened this place. Let's check out some of the pins and see what they got. Anything good? I wonder if there's anything tough to be a bug related. I doubt it. It'd probably just be Bug's Life at that point, but if I find one, maybe I'll take it. The Disney Pins 25th anniversary of pin trading, I guess. And I guess they have this 25th collection where all the characters are holding ceremonial things. It's interesting, they each have their own pins on the pin. So like right here with Goofy, you can see Chicken Little, Simba from The Lion King from Rafiki's tree, and then the 25. And then Donald has Scrump from Lilo and Stitch and a Mickey balloon. So they're all holding different Disney pins on their own pin board. And that's kind of cool. Chip and Dale have Baymax on theirs. And Stitch has Genie's lamp and Donald. I'm not seeing a whole lot more on this side. Let's continue on our walk then. And all right, well, we've reached Rainforest Cafe, which is kind of the dead end here at Disney Springs. Your options here basically are to either continue on and take the boat, either to another part of Disney Springs. They have a little boat that runs around to 3 different stops at Springs, or take a boat to Saratoga Springs Resort or Old Key West Resort. And then your third option is to just turn around and go back the way you came. And that's probably what I'll be doing. But first, there's a reason I save money on not buying fries. Oh yeah, Goofy's Candy Company, heck yeah. For one thing and one thing only, a giant Mickey cookie. Last time I was here was during Christmas time, and they had a gingerbread one with frosting, which was really good, and I got like 3 of those. But I've never tried just the regular chocolate chip one, so that's what I'm gonna get today. This is the only place on property where you can have it wrapped up so you can take it to go. They have these available in the parks, but they give it to you in like a paper bag, like how I got my burger, so I wouldn't be able to take it to go really anywhere. But here, it's wrapped up with a twist tie, so that makes it really nice. There she is. That's what I want right there. That's what I'm gonna get. They also have like a cinnamon one and then a pineapple one. The pineapple one looks like the limited edition one right now because the gingerbread one clearly was. $7, but it is really big, so I'm okay with that. And because this store is technically merchandise, I get a discount here with my annual pass. Oh yes, I'm happy now. So with my discount, that was only $5.95 instead of $7+. Love that. Totally worth it that way. Forest Cafe is making a lot of noise. This volcano erupts every 20 or so minutes, and there's fire that sprays out the top there. It's pretty cool. And I've never been down there to the Lava Lounge. It looks like kind of just like a bar or someplace you can get like appetizers or something. It looks really nice to kind of chill there on the water. You know? That over there is Saratoga Springs Resort. The school band is playing over there now on that stage. I can just barely hear them over here. The Lego store always has a line to get in it now. It never used to. I don't know. Ever since COVID, this place has had a giant line. Like you have to wait in a queue to get in to build a thing or to shop or anything, really. And so likewise, I haven't been in there since before the pandemic. So I don't really know. I don't know what the hype is about that place right now. But all right, I had my lunch and I got a cookie. I think I'm going to start making my way back to the car now because I have been up since 6:30 this morning for my tea time. And I had 6 shows last week that I performed, which you guys haven't seen vlogs of yet, but they're coming. And so I am very tired and I have some things going on later tonight still. So I probably should get back and have a chance to relax a bit before I have to get going to my later appointment tonight. But it has been nice getting my steps in here. Not that I didn't get my steps in at golf, but you know, more steps, because steps are great. We love our steps. So if you were wondering, I walked about 8,000 steps at the end of my golf round. And according to my watch, which I had on the workout for golf, I walked 2.6 miles during that game. So just for future reference, if you're ever thinking about coming down to play that course, it's about 2.5 miles total. It's a bit hilly in places, kind of like going on a little hike, you know, and also swinging a golf club. We're getting close back to the Orange Garage. Just on the other side of this area here is where it is. Yep, looks like we made full circle. A lot of other restaurants I haven't tried here before. Some of them I have, but there are others that I would love to sample. But if you're looking for another recommendation from me, I really like Wolfgang Puck right here. They have a really good pizza that I really like. They had a prosciutto pizza, which was really excellent both times I've had it. So I do recommend that for a sit-down place. All right, we made it back to the Orange Garage. Let's go find the car and let's get ready to go. There we go. All right, just before 1 p.m. So I think I'm going to take advantage of the time and probably get out of here and get back home and have a chance to kind of relax a little bit before going to my appointment later tonight. But I had a great morning here at Disney. I mean, I know it was an early tea time, but it was worth getting up for, honestly, because that was the best experience I had at that golf course out of the 3 that I've done so far. Beautiful weather, nobody on the course. Nobody that we had to wait for anyway. And it was just wonderful. Played a decent game, you know, not horrible, not great either, but you know, it's fun to get out and play finally for the first time in about a month. And yeah, and then came over to Springs, got a really good lunch. I love Deluxe Burger so much. Such a good burger. Definitely don't miss that if you're here. If you want to try something really good, that's a really good spot. And we got a cookie for later. So if you're an annual pass holder and you want a discount on some sweet treats, Goofy's Candy Company, or any store that has merchandise gives you a discount on the food that you also buy. So another one inside the park that I know of is Big Top Souvenir. That's one. That's at Magic Kingdom and Storybook Circus. They also have those cookies and other desserts that you can get discounts on. Another one in Epcot. If you're looking for a slushie or like a frozen drink in the summertime and you're a pass holder, Club Cool technically sells merchandise. So the slushies at the counter there, you get a discount on. I'm not sure about other places in Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom, but maybe we'll go exploring for some other little hacks or good spots like that where you might get a discount on something. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider hitting that like button down below. It helps me out a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. I upload new videos every Sunday morning. So subscribe to the Road to Stardom YouTube channel with all these little fun adventures for you to join me on throughout that long and winding road. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in another vlog. So thanks again, and I'll see you next week.